one thing you must have in this endeavor. But besides that, we'll show you how to make shakes cheaper. Man, come here. Back here, we got the water bottle you must have with the fucking pump top. That's the number one. Everywhere you go, everyone should have one of those in their truck. It's a generator in case you get off grid. A couple of nets we'll talk about later with dog food. You gotta have dog food, beer, you know, a few things that you gotta have. Boom. Now we're gonna move on to how we do this cheaper. Okay? You don't fuck around, stay there, please. And then we got the boats. Okay, so we got 1986 Skeeter that I decided I wasn't going to spend $90,000, $100,000 to walk into Bass Pro Shop to buy any of those boats. Why? Because they have deck space. Why can't I do that myself? So we did. We'll come back to the trolling motor, which we do. I always say, let's add the best electronics and the best trolling motor you can possibly buy. Let's make batteries that are like devoted to those specific problems, so we can avoid all problems in that way. Okay. So me, I'm a little anal, so I went ahead and I extra thing that probably doesn't do any good. My neighbor made me chain down the spare tire. All the lights work. If you go up here, I'll show you where the magic happens. Up here, what we have is what $90,000 boats have that we spent $2,000 on. We'll get to the 1978 engine that we're running. But we will show you how to add storage on a 16.5-foot boat. This is not a John boat. This is something that costs almost as much as a John boat. Maybe a little more, but if you look online, you get these things for cheap as fuck. Don't be scared to buy an Everett Johnson motor because they have the parts you can buy online, and you can buy backup motors, lower ends, all that kind of thing that all goes along with it for cheap as hell. So, this $1,500 trolling motor, we got for $500 on Marketplace, Facebook. Use that extensively. Okay, here. I bought the insert for the trolling motor, but I got a big ass dog. We'll get back to him later. And he likes to stand on the controls. Well, the insert for this trolling motor is so shallow that now I set it on top. And I set a seat here for my casting seat. And again, I have multi-changer boards on here that I can put anything off of. I learned that from being kayaks. And then when I'm traveling or I have the dog and the girl, I put that there, bam, can't step on my controls. Then we went to storage. We had no storage. So John Boats gave me the inspiration on this to build extra storage. So instead of having this much to fish on, which sucks because I'm a big guy, then now we have this entire plate, which also adds storage to us. And I did that for less than $300. Literally. Bought the stuff, made the plates. I'll show you some hacks there in a second. Put on the front. We're totally legal. We have extra rod holders here, fish thing there. We'll get to the light in a second. Now we have the entire deck space, which is $90,000 boat of any brand that you buy on the market for literally $2,300. Then we went and found the seats. The seats are from a friend, but again, they're older seats. I started with them up here. Started to put them back here because I thought it'd give me more space. Because bass boat seats are down here, which I don't sit on anyway because I can't see shit until I'm on top of the water. So what I did is I decided I wanted my seats up higher. And what I did is I went and I redid these and I made the seats right here originally. And then we decided, what the fuck? We get another we get another 2 feet clearance here, set up higher. I reused this off an old boat, added my girl a cup holder, a trolling motor right here, and then we fucking killed it. And then we moved the seats back here, which I drew through pure steel in order to bolt those down. Of course, we have the OU flag. We're Boomer, Super, and obviously we are Pro Trunk. So if that hurts you, that's okay. You know, get over that stuff. Boomer Sooner, learn how to make a bass boat. Come back here, man. 1978 Javelin rebuilt engine. This fucking runs like a top. Painted silver because people talk shit about Javelins, but we don't care. That's how we do it. Okay. Come around here, this gel coated boat. Come to the freaking captain's side. One of the most important things I'll ever tell you is get a steering knob. They will help you on every level. Okay? Every level steering knob. This is where I put my iPad. This is where I put my phone. This is where I run. Currently I'm running the 7 Series HDI Elite with sonar straight down. Again, we go into talking about having good electronics, and having great trolling motors. I'm going to show you something I normally don't show people. I'll take this down. We'll talk about this later. But you need to understand, like, the number one reason for fires on a boat, and number one reason for fires on a boat is electronics. But besides this, these right here I highly recommend. These I highly recommend. You simply plug your wires in. We're devoted trim, we're devoted engine, we're devoted trolling motor, and we're devoted lights and fun. Okay? And this did not come this way. Wiring is not something I'm great at, but I highly recommend. Again, the transom tie downs, $20 on Amazon. We'll give you the link later. The fin, you can get those for less than $30 on Amazon Marketplace. These right here, cannot tell you how great they are. And they're less than $130. And this one lets you stand on concrete in rough water, in a bass boat, or any type of boat. Really, I don't want to like say brands and shit, but it's as simple as coming up here, pulling up the pin, it auto adjusts. It's not so easy getting it back in, but it auto adjusts when you're on the water. It feels like this is my favorite way. It feels like you're standing on concrete. I cannot say enough about these on any small boat. Put the transom on the left side with the sonar down low. We added the extra transom supports, and we added all we got to the 85 Johnson, and we run about 43 miles an hour with the stainless steel prop. Come over to the lights. It's adjustable lights. That thing slides off. Also goes on your truck, and then you take down these pole holders. Can't say enough about them. I'll jump around a little bit. Can't say enough about pole holders. This light right here is shock proof. It is waterproof. It slides off. Boom, it plugs in. It's a 12-foot cord. And also, what's more fun than ever for me, because I'm a kid, I like the remote control that we've put right here. So that is another thing that I think is a must, but definitely the steering wheel. One of the best things for pulling up on the beach is going to be this thing right here. It's a big hack for kayaks. You simply tie it to a fucking dog cord, dog leash. You wrap it around 3 or 4 times right here. You stake this in the sand, and your boat is fine. Okay? This is a 16-foot boat. This is a 1986 Skeeter with a 1978 engine. It runs like a freaking top. All we did was spend a little bit of money and use a little bit of imagination. And we created the most amazing bass boat for under $10,000. So, you know what? I'll put this up against anything. Call all comers. We've got extra things for umbrellas. We can talk about that later. You know, that's all I got for now. Welcome to Jimmer. Talk to you later.